Okay, morning everybody. Welcome to the next of our People Lab Element sessions. So today we're going to be talking about employee involvement. Employee involvement is, we believe, one of the enablers of engagement. It wasn't one that was originally talked about in the Engagement Success Report, but we've added it at People Lab because we feel that it is a really critical enabler of engagement. And what is involvement? So for us, involvement really is the way that one of the ways you can give employees autonomy. And we know from previous sessions that autonomy is a really important part of building engagement. It's one of the universal themes of engagement. So the way that we look at it is it's really about taking employee voice a step further. So if employee voice is all about dialogue, conversation, having a voice and feeling listened to, then employee involvement is really all about how we take this further. So it's about kind of taking voice and transferring it into action, so people are able to do something differently and get involved with matters affecting them. A little bit of research for you here. So Bond in 2010 found that even a small increase in autonomy resulted in a significant increase in motivation and a decrease in absenteeism and mental distress. So by involving your employees, you're able to give them more autonomy, and that has a positive impact on the business. So it's all good. In terms of how you create involvement or how you go about it, I've got a model here which is a model from John Smythe at Engage for Change. And I really like this model because he sort of breaks down these different approaches and really talks about kind of ways that you can possibly involve people. So he talks about telling as a strategy, which obviously isn't very engaging at all. Telling the many what's been decided by the few. So you might want to use a telling approach. For example, if there is a fire alarm going off, you don't want to co-create a solution. You want to tell people to get the hell out of the building. Selling is a bit like telling, but with a bit of entertainment sold, put in there to sort of sell it to people. Inclusion and co-creation, however, are two ways that you can involve employees. So inclusion is really all about the what being decided at the top of the organisation, but the how that is executed or implemented is kind of up for grabs. You can involve people in thinking, well, how do we do this? So you might say, actually, we want to improve our customer experience. We know it's important, but we don't quite know how to do it. So let's involve our frontline employees who deal with customers and ask them that question. And at the other end of the scale, we've got co-creation, which is really judging who will add value if included at the front end decision making process. So that's saying, we want to, for example, go in a completely new direction, and we believe that these people, these departments, these teams need to be involved from the outset and really kind of scope that and create that. So just some thoughts there on how you can create employee involvement. I wanted to talk very quickly about job crafting, because this kind of takes this idea a stage further and really is about giving people autonomy within their own roles. So it's the process of employees redefining and reimagining their job designs in personally meaningful ways. So lots of literature out there on job crafting, but really it's about allowing employees to think about, how they can make the job more meaningful to them, and obviously that gives them autonomy. So it could be in the way they approach the tasks that they have to do each and every day. It could be increasing or decreasing the number and kinds of tasks they do. It could be changing the relationships they have with others. And a very simple example in the research that I've come across is of a company that gave the office cleaners the opportunity to recraft their jobs. And for one of the cleaners, that involved them looking after all the plants in the office, because they really liked plants, they had green fingers, and they would look after plants for people that were on holiday, and they'd look after plants for people like me who are dreadful and have no green fingers with plants. So it sounds like a really sort of simple and small thing to do, but actually it was really about giving them some autonomy in their role, and it gave them more meaning in their job. So a lot more on that if you want to look into it. So a couple of ways you can bring involvement into the workplace. Hope that's been helpful for you, as ever. We've got lots of downloads and further information that we can share with you on this. Our next session will be Friday the 16th of June at 2:30, and we're going to be covering the last of the enablers, which is integrity. So thank you for listening, and hope to see you on the 16th. Cheers.